The federal government responds to the overturning of Roe, President Biden's plan to protect access to abortion.
Pride is just 8 days away. We'll talk about one of the biggest economic impacts in our community.
Lowriders, music, and tons of people. There's a party happening in downtown Chula Vista, and you're invited.
And meet the who's who of Escondido. Tiny owlets spreading their wings and a message about the beauty of birds.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
Tonight, we are learning more about an apparent human jawbone found in a creek bed in Carlsbad. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Chiquetta. We first brought you this story yesterday after police were tipped off and began scouring the scene for clues. Tonight, CBS 8's David Goffredson talked to a man who was there on Sunday when the bones were found.
Rooster Collins says he was throwing a football with his brother on Sunday in the El Salto Falls Creek area when suddenly he heard a commotion.
Heard someone being like, just some screams like, whoa, whoa. And someone was like, oh, it's a bone.
He ran over and saw it with his own eyes.
So we go over and look, and then someone starts etching it out, and they're like, it's a jawbone. They pull out this mandible, and I just remember thinking like, holy smokes.
Rooster says the man who found the bone was exploring the area like a lot of people do around here.
Metal detectors, panhandlers, people just looking for little lost treasures and stuff.
On Thursday, Carlsbad police and sheriff dive teams came out and started searching the area for more remains, 4 days after the bone was found on Sunday.
They didn't search till way later, but the people who found it, they kind of had their own little independent search party thing going on, you know, kind of grew up like a neighborhood watch type of gang.
Rooster says there's not much water in the area this time of year.
So you have a lagoon that leaks off over into some lakes before it goes into the mouth of like the Gulf by the bay, but it's a desert over here.
There has been a lot of activity on Facebook about the jawbone. Some are speculating it might be a missing person like Chula Vista mother Maya Miliete. But so far there is no confirmation from the medical examiner about whether the bone is even human.
I can't say. I don't know. I hope for the best for whatever it is.
Now, Rooster's from Texas. I'm not sure where he gets his nickname, but he's a pretty good talker. I was able to speak with the sister of that missing mother, Maya Miliete. Mary Chris Droulet told me today the family has not heard either way about whether the remains found in this creek bed are her missing sister. So we're just going to have to wait and see on that.
All right, David, this isn't exactly a remote area. It's surrounded by housing and a mall. It's a pretty urban area, right?
Yeah, it is. There's condos, houses all over the place here, but this site, this particular site, is a sacred Indian site. There used to be an Indian village in this riverbed, so we're going to have to wait and see what the medical examiner says about the origin of those remains.
I guess we'll find out if it's an archaeological site at this point and a discovery under those terms as opposed to something criminal. David Goffredson reporting live for us. Thanks, David.
Under pressure from fellow Democrats to take action, today President Biden signed an executive order to protect abortion rights. The White House says it will safeguard access to abortion care and contraceptives, protect patient privacy, increase public education efforts, and strengthen legal options available to people seeking and providing abortion services. President Biden has publicly acknowledged his options to expand abortion access remain limited. Coming up tonight at 6:30, we'll explore the potential impact of today's executive order.
All right, it's looking like another picture-perfect weekend in San Diego.
It sure is. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis is in early with a look at your forecast so you can get your weekend started now.
We're kind of known for it around here.
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal with the weather people.
Yeah, it's going to be real good. We are still talking about lots of sunshine in the forecast. A more shallow marine layer, that's going to favor those clouds right along the immediate coast. This is the view right now from our Mount Soledad cam, looking pretty good out there. Current temperature is 70 degrees for downtown. Also talking about some light winds out of the west-northwest, and that's at 6 miles per hour. So for this weekend, we will start off with some patchy fog right along the immediate coast because of that shallow marine layer with the area of high pressure building in. Near seasonal temperatures are expected for this weekend. We start to back off from that as we go into next week. Some added cloud cover as well. Across the inland areas, you're also talking about some near seasonal highs and even some low 90s that will pop up inland. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that near complete forecast. Marcella, Carlo.
All right, Carlene, thanks.
Welcome.
Thanks, Carlene.
Okay, the party is on. Right now, the downtown Chula Vista block party is taking over 3rd Avenue for some Friday night fun.
This is the city's first big community event since the start of the pandemic, and there is already a crowd.
CBS 8's Jesse Pagan has been there all afternoon. He's live on 3rd Avenue. In the middle of the action, Jesse had to look over to your side of the screen to see if you had any food in your hands, but just the microphone I see for now.
No food yet, Marcella. And Carlo, I think crowd is maybe a little bit of an understatement. I mean, take a look at this. Last hour, we were talking to the mayor about the Chula Vista Champions Awards, and those people that got those awards are now in the middle of this crowd, and this is the Padres area. You can hear the music bumping, and these people that you see right here in line are in line for the new Padres gear. This line is pretty long. I mean, the cart right over there, the trailer with all the gear right there, is that one, and this is at least dozens, if not hundreds, people in line waiting to get some Champions San Diego gear right here. Just take a look at the action. I'm going to kind of let our photographer John walk through it and show you all of it right here. The line is long, music is bumping, people are walking. I'm stuck in the middle of a line right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of that. But I really want to show you that the Padres are one of the big anchor events in this entire thing right here. They've got this picture spot right here, the line, all of the things over there. We've even got a baseball throwing area as well. Everybody coming out and grabbing that gear and supporting the hometown team right here. I am told that the new San Diego Padres gear is sold out or close to being sold out over at the stadium. So the people in this line are trying to cop some of the last of this bright colored Padres gear right here. Of course, the party isn't just about the Padres. We've got food, we've got music, and the businesses here are really experiencing a boost in traffic. Obviously, hungry stomachs and hungry people walking past. Going back to the Padres, in just about 40 minutes, 35 minutes, they're going to be hosting a watch party for their game against the Giants, which starts at 6:40. That's sure to draw an even bigger crowd out here. We're going to be here for a bit of that fun, and we'll show you more later tonight. Carlo, Marcella?
Jesse, what a fun night, and I can't wait to see the Padres, kind of unveiling in public now their new jerseys.
Yeah, Marcella, I mean, you saw the line right here. That line is quite literally waiting for their chance at copping a jersey, a shirt, a snapback hat, something of that new gear right around here. The crowd is really trying to get their hands on it. I'm sure they will be.
And Jesse, don't want to bring the mood down too much, but we did have a big tragedy earlier this week at an event with a mass shooting. The vibe there, do people seem like they're able to let that go and just focus on the moment and what they're doing?
Carlo, a very valid point that you've got right there. As I've been chatting with people, I did bring that up once or twice with some folks. It came up in conversation, and they said, of course, that their thoughts are with those people that have lost their lives and been through that. However, here, they're just happy to get out. They're saying it's a beautiful summer night in San Diego. They are thinking about that safety. We have seen officers at the intersections. Everything is blocked off, and traffic is very much running in a very defined direction to make sure that this stretch of 3rd Avenue is blocked off and that people are safe here. And like I said, officers are walking around, keeping eyes around on everybody. But the mood, to go back to your question, the mood is lively. The mood is, it's summer. It's a Friday night. Let's have some fun while we have the opportunity. I've heard from quite a few folks out here saying that this is something that they are very happy to see happening in Chula Vista and that they want to see more of it in the future.
A lot of efforts, a lot of planning to make sure this is a fun, safe event. Jesse, thanks for that. And we'll look forward to the big Padres unveiling a little later tonight. Good night. See you in a bit.
San Diego Pride is roaring back this year, bigger and better than ever.
That's right. Organizers say it is a great way to spread love and show pride for the LGBTQ+ community, and it brings a whole lot of money into our local economy.
CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes joins us live now from Hillcrest. Kirsten, how much of an economic impact does Pride have for the city of San Diego?
Hey there, Marcella and Carlo. Okay, so this year's totals won't be out for a while now, but 4 years ago, San Diego Pride told me they brought in nearly $30 million to our area. I'm live here on University Avenue, right in front of Baja Betty's. You can see people already out here having a good time. This is a staple in this community, and all of the businesses we talk to here on University Avenue say they are ready for Pride, all the fun and the festivities, and the millions of dollars that it's going to bring to our area.
Happy to be the little brother to Comic-Con. You know, we're huge fans.
That's Fernando Lopez with San Diego Pride. Fernando says they study the economic impact of Pride every 4 years, and Pride's footprint has only gotten bigger.
We were at about a $13 million economic impact 8 years ago. 4 years ago was almost 30 million. So I'm hoping that to see this year, maybe $40–45 million economic impact in the region.
And who benefits the most?
It's actually those minority and marginalized community-owned small businesses that really benefit from that economic impact. When you buy a ticket, when you buy a beverage at our events, when you make a donation to San Diego Pride, that's what you're supporting. You're supporting that year-round education and advocacy work that our organization and our community really, really need.
And where do those visitors come from?
Only about 30% of those 250,000 or so folks that come every single year to Pride are from the city of San Diego. Only 30%. The rest travel from all over the world.
Eric Hall and John Houston say they're excited about Pride and what it will bring to the community, but they have safety concerns.
If I'm secure about security of the parade, if there's uniform and it's known that they're going to be there, they're going to be looking at the rooftops, I'm far more inclined to be going out and spending a lot of money.
So if we can help the local business owners by coming out and participating in Pride, that will be helpful to the community as well.
Jason with Urban Moe's Bar and Grill says businesses along University Avenue are gearing up for the big crowds, thankful after 2 years without the huge economic boost.
We order enough to get through the entire thing without running out of people's favorite products. We're ready. Every single staff member is working every single day.
Fernando says this year's Pride has the theme Justice with Joy.
We know that we can do a lot of joy, and that serves a lot of our justice work.
Fernando with San Diego Pride also says, listen to this, they are too getting hit by inflation. They say that their expenses are up 30–40% this year. So he says that's all the more reason for people to come out, have fun, and show your pride. Reporting live for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Kirsten, CBS 8 is going to be streaming the big Pride Parade and Festival live next Saturday, but a lot of people may not know that events are starting to kick off right now. What can they do this weekend?
Absolutely. There's a lot that you can do this weekend. It starts tomorrow. For a full listing of events, you can head on over to our website, cbs8.com, where we've posted this story. There's links and everything you need to know before you head out to Pride.